How do you take charge of your life? Especially if you want to change your life, change something in your life, and if you're stuck in a negative situation, how do you take charge and how do you change that? Well, the first thing is, if you want to change anything, if you want to take charge, the first thing you have to do is take ownership, take responsibility so that you can take it in a direction that you want to. So what do I mean by taking ownership or taking responsibility for your life? Well, for one thing, we cannot blame others. We cannot blame for what is going on around us. Everybody is going through some hard time themselves, and it's pretty easy to just say, even for ourselves, that someone did something to me and that's why I'm not able to take action, or the government is bad, or the economy is bad, or the market is bad, this is bad, that is bad. And it's very easy to blame something else or someone else for whatever is happening in our lives, for any mishaps or anything bad happening. And that's one way we can just avoid taking responsibility, because we think that someone else is responsible for good things happening in your life. Well, the thing is, as much as we want to take ownership for good stuff, especially if you have achieved something, you want to feel good about yourself. You said, I did this, I made this happen. Well, the same thing applies to bad stuff as well, because somewhere, somehow you played a part in whatever is happening in your life. And once you start seeing that, once you start taking responsibility for that, especially taking ownership, it may be someone else's mistakes as well. I know it's not easy to just accept everything as it is and just you taking full responsibility. It's not easy. But the thing is, if you want things to happen in your life, if you want to make a shift, if you want something to change and you want to take charge, you want to make sure that your life is going the way that you envision for yourself, whatever dreams you have, if you want to take your life in that direction, start taking ownership. Take responsibility for your actions, your thoughts, and what is going on in your life. We cannot blame anyone else for what is going on, because everybody is fighting their own battle, and we can only be compassionate for them and just let them live their lives the way they want to. Whenever it's time for them to change, they will do that. And you start taking ownership, and you can take the steps necessary for you to get things done. So any change that you want in your job or your career, your relationships, your money situation, when you start taking responsibility, you can decide where you want to go. So if you want to take the next step, irrespective of what's happening, irrespective of whether you're going to get the results that you expected, just take the first step. So when you take that first step, are things going to happen exactly the way you were thinking? No, it's not. It's not. There's nothing is predictable, right? There's no guarantee. So, but to some extent, you can anticipate how things could turn out. Don't think about the worst case scenario all the time. Think about, okay, how you can turn around things and make things happen. And yes, things may not turn out the way you want it to, but the thing is, when you are taking charge, when you are taking ownership, you are responsible, right? So irrespective of how things turn out, you can still be flexible and make the necessary changes. It's all about you coming up with some creative ideas. So when you are taking charge, you know that irrespective of what is going on around, irrespective of how the economy is, irrespective of how your company is performing or how people around you are reacting, you can still take charge and make sure that things happen. Eventually you'll get there, yes. So when is that going to change? Make the decision today. Take charge today. Don't wait for things to fall into place. Don't wait for someone else to give you permission, or don't wait for people around you to change and you finally making things happen. When you start taking action, when you start taking charge, people around you will notice what you're doing, because that's how you bring about change in others as well. The first change, the first step has to come from you, and when you start making things happen, things will fall into place. That's the only way you can change anything. That's the only way you can transform anything, and that's how you create your destiny. You take charge, you take ownership, you take full responsibility and make things happen. Hey, this is Jaya, author of the best-selling book Bounce Back with Power. No matter where you are in life, it's always possible to transform every single area of your life, your relationships, your career, your business, money, everything. And there's always another level we can reach, and you don't have to do it alone. Please visit my website jayaramachandran.com and sign up for email updates. Personal transformation takes time and you don't have to do it alone. So sign up, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I will catch you again on another video.